Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you are in. This is the Big Girl Diary. Okay. I got an interesting one for you. Evan Rachel Wood allegedly, or it was rumored, that she was sued for $30 million for not completing a film. Now, that was on Twitter during a live stream. I heard about that. So I thought, let me see. Let me go ahead and look into this. So I did. Something very interesting. Watch it to the end because it's gonna remove your wig. Okay, it really will. Here's the evidence. Evan Rachel Wood is getting sued for defamation by Marilyn Manson, and now she has this $30 million lawsuit already settled hanging over her head, and she's not paying for it now, which made me stop and think. Which made me stop and think about her behavior and how she was acting during that time and the things that she was doing to Marilyn Manson. Now, if someone was sued for $30 million and had next to nothing, well, I can't say next to nothing, but either was paying little by little or just trying to duck things, period, would not be acting like a folio. That person would be doing whatever they could to pay off that debt. So I said, let me go ahead and look into it. So I found this article back in 2014. So Evan Rachel Wood sued for $30 million for leaving 10 things I hate about life. The suit's preposterous. Now, I not only are we going to go through this, but I'm going to show you the documents that would let you know whether if excuse me, to see how the suit how she fared in the suit. So here, Evan Rachel Wood has been sued alongside As You Wish Production Incorporated. Now, this right here was a company that she signed a contract with. And I'll get the proper terminology in the next article. But I'm going to keep this real quick. Now, it says, according to the legal documents, Wood accepted and retained $300,000 for her work, then seemingly changed her mind about completing the film, ultimately refusing to do so. The documents state that the production was briefly suspended after 4 weeks of a planned 7-week shoot with Woods. And this was around January 2014. Now, when production was to resume around February 8th, 2013, the suit alleged that Wood said she was unable to continue for personal reasons until November 2013. When asked to return to complete the principal photography at the time, Wood alleged to claim that she had already fulfilled her contractual obligations to the producers. The suit further alleges that Wood demanded more money before she would even consider returning to finish the suit or to finish the picture, which the plaintiff paid. Nonetheless, Wood allegedly still refused to complete the film, nor would she participate in any publicity and promotion. Rather interesting. So here In another article, the same thing here. So what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to go down to where they talked about, where is it? Um, it says the wrestler star was allegedly paid $300,000 for a lead, but then seemingly changed her mind about appearing in a film during the principal photography, ultimately refusing without any any legal justification to fulfill her contractual obligation, and instead opting to walk out on the project, according to the lawsuit filed in the Los Angeles Superior Court by 10 Films LLC. Um, so they continue on saying that the producers, well, she felt that they were using bullying tactics from financially troubled producers. Shut down February 2013. The producers ran out of money. Now, they ran out of money, but you still signed a contract. And you're obligated to fulfill that contract because you were paid. You did some work, but you got to complete that stuff. So here it says the lawsuit, which names Wood and As You Were Production, are defendants and tell a different version of the events, stating that all parties entered into a written actor service agreement on November 26, 2012. She put her name on that line, and she was supposed to do that. And it's interesting, that was when her and Jamie separated. In January 2013, the production temporarily suspended production, which our other article said, and which they claimed was within their rights when they recommended the principal photography in February 2013. Wood said for personal reasons she would be unable to continue until November, as the other article said. And decided to simply refuse to return to the production. All right. Having said all that, I'm not going to continue on because both articles did agree. Now, was filed, well, not filed, but there was an update of this year, 2022. Evan Rachel Wood, a respondent, As You Wish Production Incorporated responded, 10 Thing Fields petitioner, they filed a lawsuit. These are the attorneys. Now, let's get to the nitty gritty of it. Oh, just go down and see the judge, the docket, all of the information. Now, what I found interesting was when I went to the document, see dockets, um, documents to where you can either pay or click on, which would come over here, and then you would be able to see what you want and download it. But let's see how this is done. She never paid. You can't make this stuff up. You really can't. But whether if you think Evan was right or wrong for not fulfilling her contract, because she did get paid. Now, it's not clear if she got paid all the money or some of the money, because the producers did run out of money and productions did stop. Now, for so or whatever money she had received. We really don't know how much work she did because the documentation, it's sealed or whatever. I don't know. But you did see it. You did see that it was disposed and dismissed, dropped by the judge. So it could only mean possibly, because remember, I'm not a lawyer, but I have $2.50 worth of understanding of law, which is zero. Now, this, as I said earlier, only makes sense as far as her behavior. Because if she was sued for $30 million, I believe she wouldn't be as acting as recklessly as she has been. She would have, in my opinion, been acting like she had some sense and start doing stuff to pay. Get on out there working, doing maybe 3 films a year, paying back these people, and just trying to keep her head above water and not be blackballed by Hollywood as the way this lawsuit is going against her, defamation with Marilyn Manson. Ooh, blackballed. I don't know. She might be next to Amber Heard, living in a middle class cul-de-sac and having the neighbors hate her and screaming to move because you're lowering the property value. On that note, please like, subscribe, and I am monetized. If you feel like giving me some money to help me upgrade, please do so. You can, if you want. It would really help me out. But on that note, I want to thank you for stopping by.